In permanent tissues, there are two types, two major categories are there. One is simple tissue, the other one is a complex tissue. What are simple tissues? Simple tissues are a group of cells which are having common origin or common shape or having performing similar functions. The group of cells which are performing similar functions, which are having the same origin or same shape, are called as simple tissues. There are three kinds of simple tissues are there. The one is the parenchyma, the other second one is the collenchyma, the third one is the sclerenchyma. What is parenchyma? Parenchyma is the living tissue. Parenchyma is the living tissue which is found in all parts of the plant body. Questions may ask, name the tissue, name the simple tissue which are found in all parts of the plant body. The option is parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma or meristematic tissues. The correct answer is parenchyma. The tissue which are found in all parts of the plant body. It's a living tissue. Why it is called as living tissue? It is having protoplast. It is having protoplast. As we all know that each and every cell is having cell wall, then cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. Together we called as protoplast. The cell which are having protoplast are called as living cell. The cell which are devoid of protoplast, the cells which are lacking protoplast are called as dead tissue. Here parenchyma is a simple tissue which are isodiametric in nature, having cell wall with cellulose. The cell wall is thin, which is elastic in nature. The parenchymatous cells are having a conspicuous nucleus and a dense cytoplasm. Vacuoles are there. This parenchyma is found in all parts of the plant body. For example, it is present in epidermis. The epidermis tissues are the cells which are parenchymatous in nature. Then cortex, the cortex is also having parenchyma. Then the innermost layer of the cortex is called as endodermis, which is mostly found in the roots. The endodermal cells are barrel-shaped cells, barrel-shaped parenchymatous cells. Then vascular tissue. In vascular tissue also, this parenchyma is present. If the parenchyma is present in xylem, then it is called as xylem parenchyma. If it is present in phloem, then it is called as phloem parenchyma. So, in all plant body, this parenchyma is found. Sachs is an eminent plant anatomist. He classified the plant organs or plant tissues into three categories. One is epidermal tissue system. The other one is the ground tissue system. The third one is the vascular tissue system. In epidermal tissue system, epidermis tissue system, epidermis is found. Epidermis is the outermost protective layer which is found in all plant body such as root, stem and leaf. In root, epidermis is called as epiblemma or rhizodermis. In rhizodermis, the parenchymatous cells or barrel-shaped parenchymatous cells are there, which are devoid of chloroplast. In rhizodermis, some of the cells are become short. The short cells or smaller cells are called as trichoblast, from which root hairs are arise. The function of the root hair is to absorb water and minerals. So, in root, the epidermis is called as epiblemma or rhizodermis, which are the parenchymatous in nature, In stem, the outermost layer is called as epidermis, which is also made up of parenchymatous cells, but the trichoblast is absent, root hair is absent. Instead of root hairs, trichomes are there. Trichomes are there. Trichomes are the hair-like structures which are responsible for the disposal of seeds or disposal of fruit, or it prevents transpiration loss. So, in stem, the epidermis is made up of parenchymatous cells. In leaf also, the outermost protective layer is called as epidermis. In leaf, either it is monocot or dicot. There are two epidermis are there, upper epidermis and lower epidermis. Upper epidermis are having less number of stomata in dicot. In dicot, based on the number of stomata, what is stomata? As we all know that stomata are the openings which are present in the epidermal tissue system, which are the modification of epidermal cell. The epidermal cells are nothing but parenchymatous cells, barrel-shaped parenchymatous cells. The barrel-shaped parenchymatous cells are modified into guard cells. The guard cells are nothing but the parenchymatous modification. It is having chloroplast. In its two guard cells are making a stomata. The two guard cells are having a central aperture, which is called as stomatal aperture, through which exchange of gases and transpiration may taking place. These guard cells are bean shaped in dicot leaf. In monocot leaf, it is dumbbell in shape. So these parenchymatous cells are modified into bean shaped cells, bean shaped guard cells in dicot leaf, but it is dumbbell shaped in monocot leaf. Based on the number of stomata present in the upper and lower epidermis and the presence of mesophyll tissue, the leaves are classified into dorsi-ventrally differentiated leaves and isobilateral leaves. This concept is very, very important as per the NEET is concerned. Example for dorsi-ventrally differentiated leaf is dicot leaf. Why it is called as dorsi-ventrally differentiated leaves? In dorsi-ventrally differentiated leaves, the number of stomata present in upper epidermis is less than the number of stomata present in lower epidermis. In lower epidermis, number of stomata are more when compared to upper epidermis. Then presence of types of mesophyll tissues. Mesophyll is a parenchymatous tissue. There are two types of parenchymatous tissue in leaf. That parenchymatous tissues which are found in between upper and lower epidermis is called as mesophyll. Meso means middle, phyll means leaf. The leaf, in leaf, the parenchymatous tissues which are found in between two epidermal layers are called as mesophyll. In dicot leaf, the mesophyll tissues are of two types, palisade parenchyma, the other one is a spongy parenchyma. Palisade parenchyma means the parenchyma which are regular cylindrical and columnar cells which are having more number of chlorophyll pigments. The function of palisade parenchyma is photosynthesis because it contains more number of chlorophylls, which is found nearer to the upper epidermis in dicot leaf. The other parenchymatous mesophyll tissue is spongy parenchyma. Spongy parenchyma are irregular parenchyma. Spongy parenchyma are irregular parenchyma cells which are having minimum number of chlorophyll pigments when compared to palisade parenchyma. These palisade parenchyma are having intercellular spaces. In that intercellular spaces, air may be there. So it is called as spongy parenchyma. When compared to palisade parenchyma, it is irregular in shape. Palisade parenchyma are not having any intercellular spaces. They are closely packed without any intercellular spaces. But spongy parenchyma are having so many intercellular spaces. So the function of palisade parenchyma is exchange of gases. The function of spongy parenchyma is exchange of gases. Function of palisade parenchyma is the photosynthesis. This is a kind of parenchyma which is found in leaves. So parenchyma is found in all parts of the plant body, all parts of the plant organ, root, stem, leaf, like that. This parenchyma is broadly classified into many types. So based on the function, they are classified into chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma, the name itself indicates that the parenchyma cells which are having chlorophyll pigments are having chlorenchyma. The major function of chlorenchyma is photosynthesis because of the presence of chlorophyll pigments. As we all know that the chlorophyll pigments are light trapping pigments which trap the light energy and convert the light energy into food energy, that is starch. So, chlorenchyma are the chlorophyll containing parenchymatous cells. The main function of the chlorenchyma is photosynthesis. The chlorenchyma are mostly found in leaf or green parts. The next parenchyma is aerenchyma. The name itself indicates that aerenchyma are the cells which are having air chambers. In the air chambers, air is filled. So, it is responsible for the buoyancy of the plant. Buoyancy means floating ability, is always called as buoyancy. So, this aerenchyma is mostly found in hydrophytic plants such as Hydrilla, Vallisneria, Eichhornia, Trappa. So, the examples is very much important. They may ask the questions like aerenchyma tissues are found in dash. In the options, they are giving group of examples. Only one example only not given. Group of examples are given like that Hydrilla, Trappa, Vallisneria. Like that group of examples are A option, B option, 1, 2, 3, 4 options are there. The 4 options, 3 may be the example of aerenchymatous cells or hydrophytes. One may be one may be for the example for xerophyte. So, we have to identify all the 4 in one option, all the 4 examples in one option. One correct option you should select. First you should see all the 4 options. Then only you can select the most correct apted answer. So, don't hurry. First you should read all the 4 options. Then only you can answer correctly. Otherwise, you may lose 1 mark. In biology, all the questions are concept oriented. So, thoroughly you should know about the concept. Linkage is there. They may link the concepts from one chapter and other chapter. So, 2 or 3 concepts are linked together. These 3 concepts are from various chapters. So, you should thorough about all the chapters. Then only you can answer all the questions without losing marks. Negative marking is there. So, you should be cautious about the distraction. Each and every question is having 1 or 2 distractions are there. The distractions are given, the distractions are given in the option to trap you. So, you should be very cautious about the distraction. You should not be trapped in the distractive option. The distractive option is more like that of the correct answer. So, the concept you should know the concept thoroughly, then only you can answer correctly. Okay. A chlorenchyma, we already seen chlorenchyma, then aerenchyma. Aerenchyma are the parenchymatous cells which having air chambers. It's mostly found in hydrophytic plants. So, you should know about what are all the hydrophytes. You should know about the examples of hydrophytes. Then only you can answer such type of questions. Then the third one is a storage parenchyma. Storage parenchyma means the parenchymatous cells in which food materials are stored. Example for storage parenchyma: stem tuber, potato, Solanum tuberosum. You should know about the common name and the botanical name. In the option, they may give the common name or botanical names. Potato is the common name for storage parenchyma. Storage potato, you all know that potato. The botanical name is Solanum tuberosum. The botanical name is Solanum tuberosum, in which starch is stored. The starch is stored in the parenchyma. Potato is rich in starch. As we all know that potato is rich in starch. Potato, sweet potato, then root modification, carrot, Daucus carota, Raphanus sativus, that is radish, then beetroot. Beetroot is a napiform. napiform stem root, napiform taproot modification. These are all storage. These are all having storage parenchyma in which starch is stored. So, the parenchymatous tissues which are having starch as a stored food or any other material which is stored are called as storage parenchyma. Example, Solanum tuberosum, then Ipomia batatas, that is sweet potato. Then stellate parenchyma. The stellate means star shaped. The parenchymatous tissues which are star shaped is called as stellate parenchyma. Stellate parenchyma is located in the petiole of banana and Canna indica. Banana means Musa. Musa paradisiaca is a botanical name for banana. The petiole is very strong. This petiole is having star-shaped parenchymatous cells which are called as stellate parenchyma. Name the plants which are having stellate parenchyma. They may give the options such as banana, option A banana, option B Canna indica, option C both A and B, option D none of the above. The answer is both A and B because the petiole, what is petiole? Stalk of the leaf is called as petiole. In the stalk of the leaf, star-shaped parenchymatous cells are there. Then other parenchymatous are trichoparenchyma are there, that is called as hair-shaped parenchymatous cells are there. Then the next one is the collenchyma. It's other simple, second type of simple tissue is the collenchymatous tissue. This collenchymatous tissue is also the living tissue because it is having protoplast, which possesses protoplast. Cytoplasm and nucleus is there. The cell wall is made up of hemicellulose and pectin. Parenchymatous cell wall is made up of only cellulose. Collenchymatous cells is made up of cellulose. In addition to cellulose, it's having hemicellulose and pectin. The hemicellulose and pectin are the secondary cell wall thickening material. Secondary cell wall thickening material which gives mechanical strength to the tissues. So, the function of collenchyma is to give mechanical support.